What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, here the 2024 Alex Bowman Ally Patriotic paint scheme from the 4-pack Hendrick Motorsports set. This is the Diecast chassis variant. We're going to be doing a diecast review on it, and let's hop to it. Alright, folks, outside of the diecast, box, and this is a part of the 4-pack set. So this doesn't have a normal individual Gold Series box. It comes with all these other paint schemes. And let me tell you, it is a fantastic die-cast set. Absolutely highly recommend it. And let's just go ahead and hop to the die-cast reviews. Go to the front of the car here. Now, the whole paint scheme, it's very, very interesting because it has the standard purple Ally paint scheme in the background where you have, the texture and all the different, I don't know what you call it, like Allied logos. They're very, very difficult to read, but there is a texture pattern across the whole car, very similar to the 40th anniversary car that was ran at Martinsville and his traditional purple Ally car from 2024. And then you have kind of this Spider-Man vibe to it with the red and the white, or red and blue, excuse me, and it really reminds me of like Robbie Gordon's Spider-Man car from '02. You have the Patriotic window banner there, and what's cool is the same name that is on the windshield is also on the dog tags as well. And this reminds me of another thing that Ally has done with Jimmy Johnson a few years ago. I think it was actually 2020, and it was like an aircraft paint scheme or something, and it had like, how they like the little serial numbers and whatnot. Well, what was really cool about it is it had the exact day of the Coke 600, and it put it on there. So it was like 5/25/20 or something. And it was like mimicking like aircraft numbers. It was a really well thought out paint scheme. And seeing the dog tags there, that's another kind of a nod to a really detailed paint scheme. I like that. Go to the front of the diecast, and you might not be able to see it on camera, but there's a ton of very subtle detail across the whole blue portion of the paint scheme. It is very difficult to see probably on the lens the way the lighting picks it up. Got the number 48 right there, Sudoku, Hendrick Motorsports. Go to the left side of the diecast. There's so many gradients and just transitions, just so much cool stuff with this paint scheme. Definitely my favorite Alex Bowman Patriotic car, probably. Just really well made. Last year's, I feel like it was good, but it wasn't great, right? This one's like a home run. So it is so much better. I mean, like the little subtle details right here. You have a star, and you have like the red line behind it. Just it kind of lines up perfectly with the Chevrolet headlights, and it's just really cool, man. Got the 48 right there. Ally, do it right. HendrickCars.com. Valvoline, 40th anniversary. Alex Bowman, B Post decal. Goodyear. Now the tires do say, I think, honor and remember, but it's really blurry. Let's just be honest. Go to the back end of the diecast, and once again, you have that Spider-Man vibe with the red and blue. Just really, really cool stuff. I think this corner is a little bit droopy, though. You can see the Camaro logo is a little bit droopy, so that's unfortunate. Got Z01 Valvoline 48. Go to the right side of the diecast. I mean, when you look at the paint scheme, there is just so much detail going on. There's nothing about this car it's like, oh, it's plain. Like, in reality, there is just so much detail. And when you look at the 2023 edition of it, I feel like there was a lot of improvement that could have been made, right? So I feel like maybe they felt the same way, and that's why the 2024 edition has so much just going on with it. Because they understood that, maybe they could have done a little bit better. Maybe, I don't know. Top of the car, got the 48 right there. Ally, do it right. This is probably the most simple portion of the entire paint scheme. I mean, everywhere else there is something going on with it. But the red roof looks very, very cool. Bowman on the back window, and then Ally, do it right. And you can see the texture I was talking about over here on the, I like to call them the Camaro hips, so to speak, because they're pretty pronounced on the Camaro bodies, same with the Toyotas and the Fords, but the next-gen car has some pretty pronounced hips for the rear fender wells. You can just see the subtle stripes, and I don't know what other textures they have. If I had the purple Ally car near me, I could, do a comparison, or the red one as well, but yeah, there's a lot of detail there. Very, very cool. This is the metal chassis edition of this car. So if you're looking for the plastic chassis edition, tap in over there to Circle B Diecast. See if they have it in stock. They probably do. You never know. tap in, see if they do. This is the Diecast chassis. Only 288 made of the Diecast set. I think this car, yeah, it got made individually as well. So technically, maybe there's like, I don't know. Do they consider it separate? Like, I think they do. I think they do consider it. If it's in a 4-pack set, it's separate than the individual release. So technically, there would be about 500, maybe 600 of this car made with the metal chassis bottom. And also, check out the red. Look how bright the red is. Wow. Like, you look at the red on top of the car, it's kind of a medium to dark tone. And then you look at the bottom portion of the car, that is pretty bright red. That's actually kind of surprising. That the bottom color, which is the actual paint color of the car, is so bright. We're going to take a quick little look at the box design if you're curious. And you might be wondering, okay, so you did a Diecast review on all 4 of them in one video. Why are you doing an individual one? The reason why, and I've said this on other videos, but I feel like it's important to say, is I've noticed people like to watch them individually just as much as they like to watch them together. So if you're a William Byron fan or a Chase Elliott fan and you couldn't care less about the other cars and you only want to see that particular car, maybe you're the biggest Alex Bowman fan in the world, you don't want to watch the other ones. You just want to watch this car. That's why I do them individually, and y'all seem to actually like watching them, so why not? I like to give y'all content that y'all actually want to tune into, so I appreciate that. So we'll have individual reviews on all of these, and we'll also have the convenient all-in-one video if you just want to check them all out in one thing. It's a pretty cool box set, honestly. It's the same as the the Darlington one. This is the Patriotic one. It's the same design. They even have the Darlington logo right here. They forgot to remove that. It's actually a sticker, so you could probably pull it off and then use, I don't know, what is it, Goof? No, it's Goo Gone. I think that's what it's called. It's like something you would put on like a book or something, and it removes the adhesive. Anyways, you have 288, as I already mentioned, of the Patriotic 4-car set. Really cool stuff. So, absolutely recommend it if you're a Hendrick fan. I really wish other teams would do this. Like, could you imagine like a Joe Gibbs Racing one? And I know not every year they run Darlington throwbacks, but I think it would be really cool. You have like a Joe Gibbs Racing one, a Team Penske one, and you know, like Team Penske, they technically only have 3 cars plus the Wood Brothers, or Roush at the time this video has 3 cars. Then they have their part-time gig they might show up with. But they could do a 3-car set, right? And they've proven they could do this, and I'm going to show it real quick. They can do 3-car sets as well. They did it with the Atlanta 3-wide photo finish. So I want to see more of these. Like I think all the major Cup teams should absolutely have 4-car sets. Do one for their primary paint schemes, Patriotics, Darlingtons, and hey, maybe like make a 4-car set or 3-car set, whatever the team is, of exclusive alternate paint schemes. Think about that. Like if there's exclusive Christopher Bell, oh, I bumped the camera, sorry guys. Christopher Bell, Martin Truex, or Truex, I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry Truex fans. Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin, and Ty Gibbs. Let's say there's 4 different alternate paint schemes and they get, you know, DMP'd, right? So they don't get produced individually. Make a 4-car set, all 4 exclusive paint schemes, bam. That would be fantastic. They did something very similar in the 2000s with Jeff Gordon or Tony Stewart. They would do like a 5-car set of all the alternate paint schemes. You could get them individually, but sometimes they wouldn't be able to get them individually. Like the 5-car set, is it 5 or 6-car set of Martin Truex Jr.'s 2004 Busch Series paint schemes. I know I'm rambling, but I want to get my idea out there. I would love to see more teams do it. There's different things they could do. You could do a race win pack, you know, like just 4 random Joe Gibbs Racing wins. Maybe all 4 of them got DMP'd. You see what I'm saying? I want to see more Diecast sets. I love them. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed one. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.